Imagine this, a youngster who was very ambitious, who wanted to become a billionaire, approaches his grandfather and asks, what is that one thing that you would want me to treasure in his heart and keep it alive throughout his life? There was a pause. Then the granddad says, serve others. The youngster was disheartened. Seeing the disappointment on the face of the grandson, the grandfather says a quote, Paropakarartham idam shariram. He says, your life, your body is with the purpose of serving others. On 5th July 1990, the 91-year-old grandfather passes away. The memories, the beautiful memories, the childhood memories, the nostalgic memories, shrouded and covered by the grandfatherly affection, set in the context of that beautiful ancestral village, still lived on. But the message slowly got receded into the shades of everyday life. Fast forward, yet 2020, COVID struck. I was the director of the School of Commerce, Finance and Accountancy at Christ University. Like other educational institutions which got shut down, our university also did that. And life in Bangalore looked intimidating. Therefore, I shifted my family and moved to my hometown. But there, it was more intimidating. More deaths. There were everyday cases of the spike in new COVID cases, despair, and gloom. That was when I realized in my own ancestral village, youngsters who were breadwinners were suddenly collapsing and succumbing to death. The seed the grandfather planted in my soul slowly started sprouting. I thought, why not we insure my ancestral village? So I spoke to the dean of Christ University, School of Commerce, Finance and Accountancy. He showed interest, but he was not that excited. But he told me, look, I am coming to your hometown. And he came. So we had a very short, crisp discussion. And the very next day, we decided we will go to the village. But this time, he said, let us not go to your ancestral village. Probably later, it would be construed as conflict of interest. And we decided to take up a Gram Panchayat, look at it, which was the third largest Gram Panchayat in the state of Kerala. So as I entered the car that he chose to drive, and we started moving, he asked me a question. What are our plans? What are our chances? I told him, we do not have a plan. And zero chance. Immediately, he stopped the car and he switched the engine off. And we sat in silence. Then he started the car again and he said, "Let's go." So by evening, we got back into the car again. By then, we had met a few of the village elders. We met the Gram Panchayat officials. We met the most important cooperative bank of the region, their director board. And we felt happy after the discussion and deliberations. As the car started moving back to the hometown, which was almost 70 kilometers away, this time I had the honors of asking him the question, "What are our chances?" And the dean said, 100%. On 16th of August 2023, District Collector of Calicut declared Chakitapara Gram Panchayat as the first scientifically surveyed, insurance gap protection identified, and the fully insured Gram Panchayat in the state of Kerala. For us, it took 3.5 years from the date of that travel to the date of declaration. By then, we had developed a wonderful team, a team of professionals, practitioners, professors, and most importantly, passionate student volunteers. Since we completed this particular project, and we were very happy, as Granddad said, I felt a lot of fulfillment. It was naturally, or it was imperative, that we take it up in our home state, Karnataka. For Christ University, home state is Karnataka. And then we surveyed so many Gram Panchayats. Finally, our team unanimously decided on Marasuru Gram Panchayat in Anekil Taluk. Marasuru gave us immense amount of learning in governance. Karnataka by itself, as a state, is known for its state of governance. The lesson that we learned, the most important one in Marasuru, was that the political establishment at the grassroots level was working beautifully in tandem with the administrative machinery. In India, we often say we lack political will. We have administrative bureaucracy in red tapeism, but this we did not see in Marasuru Gram Panchayat. It was an amazing duo. The leaders, the political leader of the Gram Panchayat, as well as the Panchayat development official, how well they worked in sync and in harmony. But then, very interesting development happened. We had already patented this beautiful model of bottom-up approach. Traditionally, all insurance initiatives in the country, we can see that it is a top-down approach. But here, we patented that model called the LAP model. And this was not to have any exclusivity for us, but to ensure that there is more professionalism, there is more standardization in the activities, in our endeavors, especially in social reach out. And that made us to take more risk, and we decided we will go to North India. We decided on Jharkhand. We identified a district called Gumla district. We reached to the Konbir Gram Panchayat. There were 7 villages. 2 of the villages, created or we had anticipated there could be issues and problems of reach out. But to the utter shock of everyone who were associated with us, with our passionate students, we were able to conduct and complete the survey of these 7 villages in just 4 days. This was something of a unique record. Now let me look at and sum up what are the initiatives we were doing. Our approach has always been looking at the villages on a sporadic note. We started dreaming big. It was our team meeting that we decided that we should go all out and reach out to the 6 lakh villages in India by the year 2033. And today, we are so confident that this milestone would be attained. Now, coming to the realm of insurance, if you look at and map who are the stakeholders in insurance, you will find that one distinct entity is so conspicuous by its absence, and that entity is academia. And what makes academia so crucial? What makes who are part of academia like us feel so confident? In India, Christ University is the largest insurance educator. We've already have more than 1,000 licentiates, several hundred associates and fellows. And we always felt that our knowledge was more academic and theoretical. Every time we stepped out into the villages, each of the village gave us profound learning and lessons. And all these are getting compiled by our own insurance expert as village diaries. And that is going to add to the compendium of knowledge that as a university that we are going to hand over to our country. Coming back to the importance of academia as a stakeholder, 78 years have passed since independence, and our insurance penetration in the country is only 3.5. In fact, a few years back, the insurance penetration in the country was 4.26%, but now it is slipping. And in this total number or percentage, we find general insurance percentage coverage is only 1%. Life coverage is only 2%. So that will truly portray what is the fate of insurance in our country. That is why the academia, we are propounding an approach called bottom-up approach. We need to reach to the heart of the villages. Each village gives us a lot of problems, a lot of opportunities for us to learn. Let me tell you that as and when we were discussing the important key differentiator for a university as a knowledge partner for insurance is the passionate students that we have. Initially, being the academic leaders, we thought we were the passionate people, but then we soon identified that our students were more passionate. But when we went to Marasuru as well as Konbir Gram Panchayat, we found the villagers more passionate. So that gives us the confidence that we will be able to reach all the 6 lakh villages by the year 2033. Now, let me tell you one thing. When this movement started, there were hardly any takers. But as the years rolled on, and as we moved from village to village, and now we are going to take up a larger cluster, the Zilla Panchayat, the confidence and the momentum that we have generated has become very large. Let me conclude with one of my favorite kind of a thought that I had been nurturing throughout my life. And it has emanated from one of my childhood hero, Charlton Heston. Charlton Heston, when he cast himself in that beautiful film, I consider this movie as the movie of the century, Ben-Hur. As Jodeh Ben-Hur, there is a beautiful part in that movie where the chariot race is about to commence. And Jodeh Ben-Hur talks to his adversary, Masala. He says only two words, which if it is put on paper, would look so trivial. What he said was, Masala, this is the day. And in that two words, the entire feel of the movie is summed up. The passion, the price that Ben-Hur, Jodeh Ben-Hur had to pay, the people he had to meet, and ultimately the prize that he was going to win. Only with this passion can we move and set upon this journey of transforming this 1 or 2% to 100%. And that only academia can give. So this is a journey. And this is a journey with a mission for a nation, and journey with a mission by the nation. Thank you.